Hi everyone, I'm Liz, and welcome back to Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. So this video is going to be a weekend vlog because it has been 2 weeks since I gave you kind of a regular crafty report, and I have a lot of things to update you on, and I also have a lot of stuff I want to get done, including some things I thought I might film. So I don't know, I just thought it might be easier to do this update vlog style, and I'm talking with my hands a lot. It is Saturday afternoon. This room is in a state like it always is, so of course tidying is on the list, but first on the list is to do a little bit of shopping because I found a new to me designer, a cross-stitch designer, and I bought some Halloween charts that I really want to kit up. I also have a finishing project that I want to work on. I want to frame something and I need a couple of supplies for that. Ooh, should I show you? I'll wait till I get home and then I'll start showing you all the updates. But yeah, first step is we're going shopping. What a coincidence. Anybody else obsessed with the new Sabrina Carpenter album? Because I am. Every year I get older and I wonder when I will stop listening to the super girly pop music of my youth, and I don't think I ever will. I think I'm gonna be 65, 70 years old and still listening to girly pop. And I'm okay with it. Okay, first errand of the day is Whole Foods to return some Amazon items and probably get a smoothie. Whew, I haven't been in Michael's in a couple months, and it's happening, guys. Christmas is coming. US size 50. Can you even imagine trying to knit with these? So excited. Bake Off is back. I think that's all we need for today. We're back. Successful errand running. I got my returns dropped off at Whole Foods, got a smoothie, and then got what I needed at Michael's. Yeah. Let's start this crafty update with some cross stitch, why don't we? I have continued to work on my garden sampler over the last 2 weeks, and I've made probably about 800 to 1,000 stitches of progress, and I'm like 80 to 85% done, I think. So this one is really getting there. And this is my garden sampler by Carriage House Samplings. And it's the one that I am stitching with a Roxy Flossco conversion. If you want the conversion, you can email hannah@evertote.ca, and I will put all those details in the description box. I picked up the floss for this while I was at Stitch North in April, that's hosted by Evertote. So I got their flosses there. The called for colors are also gorgeous. The DMC conversion is gorgeous. So there's a lot of different ways you can stitch this, but I am really, really pleased with the Roxy Floss conversion that I am using. I think I had to change a couple of colors just based on my fabric, but otherwise, yeah, I just think it's so fun. And I put in the little bird's nest. It's so cute. So cute. And the koi, like the little koi fish, I think I put in since I saw you. So right below this bird's nest is where the like ground is. It kind of grounds the whole sampler. So you can see how close I am to getting to the end of this. I am stitching this on 36 count Picture This Plus doubloon. And I'm using 1 strand over 2 linen threads, which is just my favorite way to stitch. 36 count, 1 strand. And yeah, absolutely love it. I really need to clean off this ironing board, so I'm going to show you some stuff that's up here, and then we'll get into what else I think I'm going to be doing this weekend. Another cross-stitch related thing that's up here, and it's something that I am hoping I get done this weekend, is framing a piece that I stitched. I think I finished this in March, so it's been, you know, 8, 9 months. I don't know how long ago March was. I don't want to do math right now. It is my Love Boat sampler by Artist Designs. I did this as a friend stitch along. My friends Shiloh and Lizzie, X-Stitch MD and Frizzy Lizzie Stitches. The three of us started this at Stitch North in 2023. Yeah, 2023. And then we had it stitched and finished by 2024. Or I think me and Lizzie did. I think Shiloh might, I can't remember actually now if Shiloh's finished hers. I think she restarted it because she didn't like her fabric. That's right. I brought her my leftover fabric. So Shiloh is still in progress, but here's mine. I stitched it on a 36 count Charlotte's Pink by Weeks Dye Works, I believe, with a floss conversion I just did out of my stash. I can't remember now what the called for colors were, but I just pulled variegated flosses, like hand-dyed flosses out of my stash to do this. And I know I posted like my floss conversion on my Instagram, so you can go find it there if you're interested. So anyways, I've had this sitting finished and I've wanted to frame it. And so I finally bought a frame for it. And I've taken it all apart because I want to use it to do some framing this weekend, but let me put the backing on so you can see it more easily. Okay. Here is what the frame looks like. It's this really pretty wooden bead frame, and it is handmade, hand painted by an Etsy shop, which I will link below. It's slightly pricey, but it's a custom color. I got to pick the color. It's beautifully done, and it's cheaper than getting like a custom made frame from like Michael's or a framing place. So that's how I justified it. I think it probably was around $50 for the frame, so definitely not like a cheap frame, but I'm really happy with the way this looks and the quality. And I think the color is going to be really fun with my stitch. You can kind of get an idea there. I took a picture of it. I'll put it in. Yeah, so that's another cross-stitch related item that I would like to work on and get fully finished in this video this weekend if we have time. And then I just have a little bit of haul up here and some happy mail that I want to show you while I'm sitting here. Well, okay, first haul is from Michael's. I picked up some pre-cut 8x10 foam board to use for framing. And then I got some floss. I got some DMC for 2 new charts. This was such an impulse purchase. So last night I was on Instagram, and my friend Catherine, who is Paper Crane Stitches on Instagram, she posted this new to me designer who had this adorable little Halloween Polaroid design. And I was like, that's amazing, and I want to stitch it right now. And so I went to their Etsy shop to buy it and found 2 other designs that I had to have. Also, they had like a if you buy 3 charts, you get 30% off or some really excellent deal, like sale running in their Etsy shop. And so I found 3 designs that I really wanted, 2 of which are Halloween, and I decided I wanted to kit up today while I was at Michael's. So got all the floss for those 2 adorable Halloween designs. I don't know which one I want to start first. Like the little ghost, like it's almost like a Valentine's Halloween combo. And Valentine's themes and colors are my absolute favorite, and it's Halloween spooky season, so I feel like that mashup is perfect for me. But then the little Polaroid one is the one I instantly fell in love with first, so I want to start that one. So I bought the flosses so I can start either of them. I'm gonna guess one of them is getting started this weekend because I feel like it's full October spooky season, even if it is still 100 degrees outside. God, it's hot today. Whatever, fall will come eventually, probably mid-December. And so I got floss, and then I found just the most random stuff that, I needed, including cat bag clips. I'm sorry, we are always running out of chip clips, and I found cats, so whatever, those came home. And then I also found these very silly light up Halloween necklaces. My husband and I love to sit out in the driveway on Halloween night and pass out candy to all the neighborhood kids. We always dress up. He's got a Freddy Krueger sweater. I've got like a skeleton onesie, and I thought, let's add light up themed necklaces to our Halloween outfits this year. Whatever. It was a total in the line to check out impulse purchase, and I don't regret it. Okay, so that was the Michaels haul. Let's get into some yarn haul and some happy mail. I got some Woolberry Fiber Co. hand-dyed yarn in the mail this week, and totally inspired by my purple cashmere Muppety sweater, which I will have an update for you later in this video on that Muppet sweater. Just you wait. I feel so silly sometimes when I film vlogs because I get so ahead of myself. Like, I know the content will be later on in the video, but I haven't filmed it yet. So I just like, I don't know, I get like, oh, don't worry, this is coming. And it's like, you don't need to narrate and outline every single second of what will happen later in the video. Like, I will film it and then you will see it. But that's why sometimes I'm like bad at vlogging. I get too excitable. Just cut all this out, Liz. Nobody cares. Okay, moving back to the yarn. I'm in a mood today. I'm silly. I ordered some yarn on my way home from Flock, where I had just bought, if you watched my planning video, you saw how much yarn I bought at Flock. And then on the way home, I saw this pre-order and was like, let me buy another sweater quantity, because that's what I need in my life, more sweater quantities. So I bought a cashmere fingering weight from Woolberry in the color Flock, which was her special colorway for last year's Flock Fiber Festival that she did as a pre-order after this year's Flock Fiber Festival. And so I bought the cashmere sock and I bought the berry Surrey. Is that upside down? Yes, sure is. So I bought the berry Surrey lace, and yeah, these will be held together in some sort of DK weight, light worsted weight type garment. And I'm gonna be honest, I've never actually felt Surrey lace until this point. I had only kind of touched and felt silk mohair and the silk cashmere that I've worked with. I had heard just from reviews online that Surrey alpaca is softer than silk mohair, but I've never worked with either. This does feel soft. I am slightly worried about the warmth factor. I'm going to be honest. So my plan is at some point, maybe this weekend. I already know I'm setting myself up with too many plans for this weekend, but I would love to skein these up and do a swatch. One, to see how the speckling and colors look together with both yarns held together, and so that I could wash and block a swatch and basically hold it all around my neck, my elbows, like kind of the sensitive skin areas, to make sure that this isn't going to be too hot, too itchy, too whatever, right, for me to want to wear. Because of course I don't want to invest, like 100 hours of time into knitting a garment that then I wouldn't be comfortable wearing. But I think it's going to be good. I mean, it feels soft. I live in Texas. I always worry about the heat. But whatever. Anyways, that is some yarn haul. And yeah, let's do the happy mail next. Oh, how cute is this? Okay, this is a package from the Fat Quarter Shop, and this was gifted to me. This is, I think, some of their new stuff at the shop. I'll read the insert in a second, but this caught my eye right off the bat. It's a little bag charm, like a little enamel, either a zipper pull, bag charm, whatever you want to use it for. A little Dresden plate. That's so cute. This is from Sherry and Chelsea for It's So Emma. Super cute. Then we have September's Sunflowers, which is part of their jar series that they have for every month. Really pretty sunflowers. Ooh, and then, a quilt book. Okay, this is also Sherry and Chelsea. So I think these two little items go together. And this is a book called Family Favorites, Back to Basics with Sherry and Chelsea. Gorgeous. This is another It's So Emma book, which is their Fat Quarter Shop's publishing company. And I love their books. They are, I'll do a quick little flip through, but they're so well photographed. They have excellent, clear instructions and really fun projects. I have a lot of the It's So Emma books, including like a lot of the Lori Holt ones, some Susan Aki ones, and now Sherry and Chelsea one. Oh my gosh, how cute is this? They have lots of little pillow projects. Oh, and some fun sampler quilts. Oh my gosh, let me figure out if I can find a photo of this without the instructions. Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh, that's the Kind-Hearted sampler. Oh, fun. Okay, so it's like basically a bunch of different blocks, and then they give you some different layout ideas, including the sampler quilt, and then there's like pillow projects. Sherry and Chelsea are really known for their bright, fun colors of fabrics, and oh, it makes such fun, pretty quilts. I'm obsessed. Oh, thank you so much, Fat Quarter Shop, for sending this. I will have everything linked down below if you're interested in checking out any of the Sherry and Chelsea or some new cross-stitch items. Okay, the other new item that I received in my P.O. box from Page Street Publishing is a new cross-stitch book called Magical Cross-Stitch. And the author is Lindsay Swearingen. This is such a cool, fun, new cross-stitch book that was released for spooky season. And I wanted to show you a couple of my favorite designs. The first one is A Witch Lives There. That's just so fun and kind of fall, vaguely spooky, but not, you know, not too spooky. I definitely tend to be more of like the cutesy Halloween stitcher rather than like super gory, scary. I mean, if you know me, you know. And I think this one is so fun and kind of is giving like Hansel and Gretel or like, you know, the Witch in the Woods type vibes. So I love that one. And then I absolutely love this one. It's like the pink and white accents on black fabric. It is called Chiromancy. If I'm saying that correctly, I think I am. Yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful. There is so many great designs in this book. You can see a few of them on the back here. And it's just a really lovely, good quality book that, of course, my mailman folded in half to shove in my P.O. box. I have a little like square P.O. box at my local post office so that I can like freely give away my address to people who might want to send something. And if there's something that won't fit, they're supposed to put it in like the little parcel locker like you would have at your mailbox, but instead they decided to fold a book in half. So I've like managed to flatten it out, but yeah, you can kind of see like, anyways, it's a lovely book as long as your postman does not fold it in half for you, but anyways, thank you so much to Page Street Publishing and Lindsay Swearingen for sending me a copy of this gorgeous book. I will have it linked down below if you want to check it out. Okay. Now that I'm back home, I'm going to go get a water, a snack, hang out with Rob for a minute, and we'll see what's next on the list. I don't know. Well, dang it. I came back here because I was going to start working on framing my Love Boat sampler, but I was just getting my framing supplies out and I have like no sequin pins left to do the pinning and the mounting of my needlework onto the foam board. So I'm gonna get on Amazon and order some more pins, and maybe they'll be one of the things that can come overnight, so maybe I can do some framing tomorrow. Dang, I did look at Michael's to see if they had any sequin pins, but they just had basic sewing pins. They didn't have any of the little short sequin pins that I like to use for framing. I think Hobby Lobby sells them, but I just went into Michael's today. I also thought I had plenty here because I order like big giant packs. Dang. Okay, well, let's pivot. I also really want to start a new cross-stitch project that I kitted up earlier. Maybe I'll do that with my evening instead. And we'll still do cross-stitch, but it'll be actual stitching rather than framing. And I'll come back to the framing. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go grab my iPad so I can import my chart. It's a PDF cross-stitch chart. I'm gonna start this Halloween party chart that I just bought last night. And I need to import it into my iPad, gather my threads, pick a fabric, and then I can start a new project. Okay, yay! I have fabric and my flosses. I decided to go with this really pretty like stormy blue. It's a fabric flare, so it like is made to look hand dyed, but it's printed. So like one side is white, the other side is printed, and it's a 40 count denim dyed effect powder blue. So I think that's gonna look really cool. I think all my colors, especially the light colors, really pop off of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this started. Yeah, and I am using markup, which is my favorite for PDFs. So I have everything all imported, loaded, and ready to go. Okay, since I'm starting a new project, I think I'm gonna try one of my new pony black needles that my friend Stephanie gave me a few weeks ago. It's a size 28, perfect for 40 count. Ooh, they're tiny. Oh my gosh. What? Oh my god, they're so little. Oh, is that even on camera? I'm sure it's not focusing, but that is like, it's the tiniest needle. Look at that. I've used petites before. I don't mind them. I'm gonna see how this goes. They feel really cool. I like that they're nice and black. Long eye blunt point for cross stitch and needle point. Cool, I'm excited to try these. I will also be using my adorable new tiny scissors. Thank you, Stephanie. These are adorable. Storklets. She has these in her shop, in case you're wondering. I will have it linked down below. Ooh, okay, while I'm getting this project started, I just wanted to shout out my friend Julie, Kansas City girl in a Colorado world, who I finally got to meet in person last year at Stitch North. She has a beautiful new reproduction sampler that she just released as an exclusive with Evertote. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a big one. So pretty. It's been designed with all beautiful Roxy Floss Co. flosses, and it's available as just the chart, either printed or PDF, or you can get a kit from Evertote. And it's just a gorgeous design. And congratulations to Julie on your beautiful new release. Oh, okay, this eye was a little bit tough to thread, but I did it. So the Rabbit sampler is available as a PDF, as a printed chart, as a kit, kind of however you want to buy it. And to celebrate, I thought I would do a giveaway for a PDF copy of Julie's beautiful sampler. It's totally not sponsored. I will be buying the download and emailing it directly to one of you lucky winners. So if you would like to be entered in this giveaway, just leave me a comment down below and use the word rabbit anywhere in your comment, and I will pick a winner in my next video. Oof, okay, this fabric is a full-on fat quarter. I might go ahead and trim it down because I really don't want to carry a whole fat quarter of fabric around for this little tiny small that's going to be like 3 by 4 inches. Where are my good scissors? Okay, much better. much easier to hold. I am going to start in the top right corner. I always start on the right side of my cross stitch pieces, and that is because I stitch in hand and I'm right-handed, and I like to stitch my stitches from right to left or up and down. And actually I have a whole video explaining how I like to stitch and why, if you're interested, so I'll link it. But I'm going to start in the top right corner of this piece. Was that exciting information to have? Probably not. I'm going to start stitching. I kind of need my overhead light. I forgot that, like, now that I'm old, now that I'm over 40, stitching on 40 has become harder, and I usually need my readers. I might have to move this starting party back out to the couch. I was trying to do it in here so that way I could film myself. But I think I'm going to need some magnification or some better lighting at the very least. Let me see if I can find my readers to help me out for a minute. There we go. Well, hello, happy Sunday. Should we talk about some knitting? Because I've done a lot of knitting these past 2 weeks, and I was just out back taking some photos and video of my purple Muppet sweater because I finished knitting the body of it. I'm so excited. Yeah, let's talk about knitting. So I have been knitting so much these past 2 weeks, and mostly on 2 projects, but I've got 3 to share with you, and I'm going to start with the one I made the most progress on that you just saw me wearing, and that is my cognac sweater by... I can't think of the designer's name right now off the top of my head, but it is a wonderful, lovely, kind of loose gauge, fingering weight, and a fuzzy yarn type situation. And I did put a progress keeper in last week. Well, 2 weeks ago is the last time I filmed kind of a regular project update. And I had just started this. I'd only been working on it for like 2 days. And I was on the yoke shaping the neckline. And that is where I was, up on the back shoulder. And you can see over the last 2 weeks, I knit the entire body of the sweater. And honestly, if I hadn't distracted myself with other projects, this would be a complete project. I feel like this is easily a sweater that somebody could knit in 2 weeks. It's knit on US size 10 needles with a fingering weight and a silk mohair Surrey cashmere. I'm using a cashmere lace. And so the stitch gauge, I think it's like 15 stitches per 4 inches. So it's a huge gauge. It knits up so fast. It was really fun to knit with just the fuzz factor and the color. I did not know I loved purple, and I think I love purple. I did just take some video of myself wearing this that I'll put in. I'm so happy. I basically was knitting on, I got to the end of the body yesterday afternoon and then was finishing the ribbing last night. What, Jonesy? What? Do you want to come say hi? Come here. What's wrong? Well, he's just gonna cry in the corner. So anyways, when I woke up this morning, the first thing I did was get the sewn bind off done. The ribbing is just a half twisted rib for 2 inches, and then I just used the plain kind of Italian sewn bind off. There is a way to do it for twisted rib, but every time I've done twisted rib, I've always just done the basic Italian sewn bind off, and I feel like it turns out really nice. So maybe it could look, you know, 1% better if I did the twisted rib version, but I don't know. I just use the regular Italian sewn bind off. Now all I have left to do is my 2 sleeves and to pick up and knit the collar, which is just a single layer. It's not a double fold. It's a single layer of twisted rib. So I feel like I could finish this easily within the next week. I feel like the sleeves are just gonna fly. I feel like this is a really excellent, well-written pattern. There's not a ton of projects on Ravelry, but I found this pattern super user-friendly. I don't think if you're a super beginner knitter. It's maybe like the most beginner pattern, but it's not difficult at all. Oh yeah, I was also going to mention I made a mistake in the right arms, like arm cap, and I pointed it out in my last video and I said, oh, I'm not going to go back and fix it because the multiple yarns, the fuzz, I was just too worried about it. And I got so many great suggestions for how exactly I could have fixed my mistake, and I really appreciate it, and it makes so much sense. Like a couple people wrote out like detailed instructions, and I feel like it's totally a mistake I could have fixed in the moment, but instead, as soon as I filmed my video, I went back into the living room and then I proceeded to knit like 6 more inches and joined under the arms and just kept going on this. So I didn't fix my mistake. And it is, you know, it's not unnoticeable, but I don't feel like it's super, super noticeable. Let me find the shoulder it's on. Oh, I guess it's actually on my left shoulder. So you can probably see it like right here. Just a couple out of place increases. And yeah, so there's definitely ways to fix. I feel like there's a way to fix every type of knitting mistake. It's just about like putting in the time and effort to kind of get it there. And I just didn't feel like doing it with this fuzzy yarn, but I so appreciate all the advice and ideas for how I would have fixed it. And next time I knit a sweater in a fingering weight and fuzz, I will be more willing to fix my mistakes, I think. But, you know, this is the first go round. Oh my God, it's so cozy. So cozy. I really hope this is finished next time I film an episode because I'm getting really close. Although I just wore it outside for like all of 5 minutes to take some photos and video, and it's hot. It's a real warm sweater. It's like 85, 87 degrees outside right now, and just this little t-shirt version with all this cashmere fuzz. It was real warm. So this will definitely be more, I think, of a winter sweater for me here. Okay, that's the cognac sweater. Next up, we are going to talk about my Alpine Bloom sweater by Caitlin Hunter. This is the other project I worked on for several days over the last couple of weeks, and I made significant progress because I completely finished the color work chart and I joined under the arms and knit maybe 1.5 inches or so of the body. And I also blocked it. I've done so much to it in the last couple of weeks. Let me hold it up and let you look at it while I talk nonstop at you about it. Here it is. Oh my gosh, the color work is looking so good because it's been blocked. So basically after I filmed my last episode, after I filmed my fall knitting plans video. Yeah, I think it was right after I filmed the fall knitting plans last week. I was just sick of seeing the scrunched up, bunchy, lumpy color work. And I knew in my head that blocking would fix my issues. But when you're looking at it and you're putting so much time and effort into knitting something and you're seeing it look all lumpy, bumpy, and weird, I just really needed to block it and make sure that the color work was going to look nice before I knit the whole rest of this sweater and put that much work into it, right? And so, yeah, I basically put it on like a lifeline, washed it, blocked it, and I feel like the color work looks beautiful. I did not do an aggressive blocking. I pretty much just let it soak for about 20 minutes and then laid it out flat and just smoothed everything out with my hands. I put a couple of pins in certain places, but like it was really just kind of like a smoothing block. So I feel like it will get even nicer when the whole thing has been fully washed and blocked at the end of the project. But I'm really, really happy with how it's looking, and it really like soothed a lot of my fears about my color work tension because I haven't done color work in so long. So you can kind of see, actually, it's kind of funny on the bottom here, like where the point is where it was blocked, and then I've done about like 6 rows of knitting since I've blocked it. And then you can see under the arm I've got, I guess I've only got about 1 inch of the underarm done. I got it to this point and then I really was feeling drawn back to my Muppet sweater, so yeah, but hopefully this will get some more work as soon as my cognac sweater is done. I am knitting this completely to pattern except for modifying the neckline with a 1x1 twisted rib. And I still believe I'm gonna add long sleeves to it. It just kind of depends on how much yarn I have, but I think I'm gonna have plenty. I just had to join my second ball of yarn, and I have 3. So I'm pretty sure I will have enough to do long sleeves, but we'll find out when we get there. And yeah, okay, I think that's the update on Alpine Bloom. I'm so excited about this. I will have all of my Ravelry project pages linked below that have the yarn and sizes and any of the other information that I am forgetting right now to mention. Okay, the last knitting project that we're going to talk about today is my Cumulus tee by Petite Knit. This is a project I showed you a couple of weeks ago that I had washed and dried, and I love the way the yarn felt and the way it washed and dried, except that it shrank in length by a couple of inches and it just became a crop top and I knew I wasn't going to wear it. So I talked to you guys, sorry, I just blow dried my hair and so I'm just like shedding long hair girl problems, I guess. Anyways, yeah, my Cumulus tee. So I talked to you guys about this and about some ways I was thinking of adding length to it. And the first thing I realized is I kept talking about cutting off my I-cord hem. And the reason I kept saying cut off is because in my head, I was thinking about it as if it was a sewn bind off, which are so hard to unpick and would take so much time that I'd rather just cut it off and then pick up live stitches and knit again. But an I-cord unravels so easily. And so thank you to those of you who pointed out, like, can't you just unravel the I-cord? Yeah, I sure could. And that was way easier. So basically what I decided to do was take my needle and run, you know, my needle as like a lifeline right above the I-cord. And then I pulled out the I-cord until my stitches were live on the needle, and then I've just been knitting in the round again to add length with my 17 grams of extra yarn. So you can maybe see I've only done about 4 or 5 rounds of knitting since I picked up all the stitches, but yeah, I really want this done now so I can be wearing it because it's the perfect weather and season to be wearing this right now in Texas. But it's like deja vu knitting. Like, haven't I already knit and finished this and blocked it and worn it? I have. And so it's like really hard to motivate myself to finish it, except that I want it done. This is such a cute little t-shirt and I want to be wearing it. And I want to see how much length I can get out of my 17 grams. I'm hoping it's at least 2.5 inches so that I don't have to order another skein. But to be honest, if I feel like I want more length, I'll just order another skein. They're like $7. I love this yarn. I'll find other Knitting for Olive things to order to make the shipping worth it. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself. I at least did like the hard part, which was, you know, picking up all the stitches, unraveling the I-cord, and getting it started again. But I just need to motivate myself to actually finish it so I can wear it again. That is the Cumulus tee update, and thank you again for everybody who left such great comments and suggestions on the last video. Oh, also, right before I sat down in here to film the knitting update, my nephews, Charlie and Andy, stopped by. Who is it? Oh, it's you guys. Hello.
Hi.
What are you bringing me?
Yes.
Baseball season has started up again, and my nephew Charlie, here's his little jersey he brought me. Somehow his jersey came missing a button. So there's a button right here for this buttonhole, but there is no button right here. So I'm gonna dig through my button stash and see what I have that's similar to this little clear button, and I'm gonna sew that on for him. And I was able to order some sequin pins on Amazon last night that should be delivered at some point today. So I don't know if I'll actually have time today to get to the framing of that cross-stitch piece, but I might, and the pins will be here. Oh, also, I need to give you an update on the new cross-stitch project I started last night. I'll wait till the end of the day to do that because I am planning on cross-stitching some more while I watch the Cowboys football game later tonight. So yeah, okay, I think I'm gonna find a button, get that sewed on, and then I'll check back in with you guys later. Okay, I mean, it's not the exact same button, but I think it works.
Oh, hello. Hi, you two. Hi. Can we say hi?
My little baby honey.
You want to get down?
Oh, well, hello. It is quite a bit later on Sunday evening. It is now halftime of the Dallas Cowboys game. And I kind of let today just turn into a couch rot kind of day. We watched a lot of football. We watched a lot of Survivor, hung out. I did a lot of cross-stitching and I did some more knitting. So I came back to kind of wrap up this video and show you where everything is at. I did get my sequin pins so I can do my framing, but I'm not going to get to it tonight. So I'm hoping that maybe sometime this week I can do a little like finish with me video and maybe go through some of like my framing at home tips and tricks. I'm going to try and do that this week. Next weekend, actually, we will be in Dallas. We're going to a Dallas Cowboys game next Sunday night. So we're going to be there all weekend. So yeah, next week's video might be a little off schedule because of that trip, but I'll figure it out next weekend. Okay, cross stitch. I cross stitched a ton today, like 800 stitches or something. So let me show you my progress. Look how cute it is. This is Halloween Cuties. Is that what it was called? I can't remember now. I'll put it up on the screen. I downloaded this chart on Etsy the other night. I started it last night and I think it looks so good on this dyed fabric, this blue denim dyed effect fabric. And yeah, I got my little skeleton man all stitched in and I'm at 25% complete. So it's a small design, but it's pretty, you know, stitch heavy, but it's super cute. I love the shading. I'm really excited about the big colorful pumpkin and the little black cat. Yeah, adorable. And I definitely plan to keep working on this throughout October. And then for the last couple of hours, maybe the last hour, it hasn't been taking that long, I have been working on my cognac sweater some more because I really wanted to put the collar on it. I've just really been wanting to see how this thing is going to end up kind of fitting up top. And I picked up and I knit the collar. So all I have to do is do my Italian sewn bind off and then I can try this on again. Hopefully I'll take a picture and I'll put it in for you right here. Ooh, don't lose any stitches. Okay. So yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave it for the weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was probably a little bit chaotic, but I had fun filming it. Please remember, if you want to enter the giveaway, leave a comment with the keyword down below. Just be a subscriber, like the video, and use the keyword in your comment. And I will pick a winner in my next regular update video. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining me this weekend, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.